Alright. This is Brother Hot Tim coming to you live and direct. It's that old cut. I mean, this was specifically made for the show. This is that hotness. Word. Brother Hot Tim. Brother Hot Tim with an empire of our own, man. Hey, if I don't do it, who gonna do it, right? You gotta build it, right? One step at a time. There's a whole bunch of, I'm not gonna say that if I don't build it, because there's a lot of people out there building it. So I feel, hey, I need to throw my hat in the race too, you know? I too am running for president in 2016, right? But hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Alright, first things first. This is Brother Hot coming to you live and direct, right? And you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Simba production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. I'd like to welcome y'all tonight for the show. For the show entitled An Empire of Our Own. This is our fourth podcast that we're doing. Hopefully, you know, you catch it live. If not, you're able to listen to it in the future. And if not, you know, you're able to also listen to it on YouTube. Now, but check this out. So we're going to make sure that we keep everything up and running. We need to go and salute one of our sponsors. So here we go.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
Spread the word. Ran out. Let people know. Ambit Energy is in Ohio, Central Ohio especially. So now we're blowing up in Columbus and we need your help. Yes, we need your help. By you paying your electric bill, not only can we save you money, but you can help us build. Now, what we offer is electricity. We also offer gas. So feel free to go to Gye-Nyame Journey, Gye-Nyame Journey Energy on Facebook, or just go to facebook.com/G&J Energy. You can also hit us up at GyeNyame.energy526.com. You know what I'm saying? You can go there and you can find out more information about Ambit, especially find out about how much money we could save you. I mean, and if you really look at it and you digging it right, you can support us. You know what I'm saying? By simply allowing us to provide you energy. You don't like it? You got, there's no contract, there's no fee to change. Just try the services. And by helping us, you help the community, all right? So next thing is to get my music popping. And we up and rolling. All right, shouts out to Kid Magic for this canon right here. He called it canon. So, this is the music that I flow to. So, hey, this is my freestyle, right? So, we're about to get into the news. Brother Hot Tim just want to get into the news. I want to make sure I'm in the right place. So, those of you that want to follow the news, the timeline that I'm on, I am on Gye-Nyame Journey. Right, on Facebook, right? Also, those of you that do only Twitter, You go to Gye-Nyame Radio or Gye-Nyame Journey on Twitter and follow the same thing. I'll be reposting the same stuff a lot of times. So, here we go. Let's get into the news. All right. First thing first. They call it taking baby steps. This is an article from the New York Times, taking baby steps towards software that reasons like humans. So now, what they're trying to do is, because in order to get these machines to work and not need as much human support, they gotta get these machines to be able to start thinking like humans. So they're looking for the software, right, that they can upload into these machines to make them operate a little bit more like yourself, right? So if you go into this article, you're going to get a quick look at some of the things they're trying to do. Because I keep on trying to tell y'all, some of us, we're preparing our children for a future that won't exist, right? Because we're not keeping up with the technology. You're not looking at what's going on. How many of y'all had the internet when y'all was young? And, well, my fault. Anybody out there over 25, over 35, over 40? How many of y'all had internet when you was little? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. How many of y'all had as many channels as you have right now? How many of y'all had access to some of the stuff that we got access to right now? Right? We're moving into a future, and I need y'all to understand, we're moving to a future where they are talking about being able to go to Mars, a trip that's over 100 million miles away in 3 days. They have the technology for this, right? They're working. I mean, they got the theories, they got the stuff. They just got to figure out how to put it all together. But they are talking about making trips to Mars in 3 days. And if they can make Mars in 3 days, they're planning on taking a trip or sending a ship out to Alpha Centauri, which is the closest star to us, within 17 years. A trip that usually would take a spaceship going at the speed we got, maybe thousands of years, right? They're going to talk about 17 years, right? So now, we got this whole Star Trek and exploring space thing is becoming bigger and bigger. So now they need machines that think like human beings. They need machines that can reason like you. So they could just basically erase you out the equation. I got a bunch of machines that can reason as good as you. I got machines that can look at a burger and decide on whether it's time to flip or not. It ain't just going automatically. It's like somebody said they want their burger well done. And they could look at it and know when it's well done and not burnt. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you think that's simple, but that's hard for a machine, right? That's that type of stuff. The program, the things that the machine needs to be able to look at and to hear and to measure to determine whether something is something or not. Because usually what we do is we give direct orders to machines. Every time you push a key in your computer, somebody has already programmed that computer to let that they already programmed the computer to accept the R that you push as the R. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like some of us think. It's not as easy as some of us think. So get in touch with that technology. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with these kids. So you can find that's the first article on my timeline, taking baby steps towards software that reasons like humans. I won't read into that one because that was only 2 people was reached by that one. All right. We have another one where 2 people was reached. You know, I'm trying to extend the reach. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that want to get on and have a conversation, I don't know if anybody's on the phone right now. Let me go back and check. Pull up my Uber conference. All right. I'm on Uber conference, so nobody's calling in, so I keep going. Father's hospitalized by Sharia patrol in Austria. So right now what we got is Muslims basically taking over certain areas in Austria, possibly other parts of Europe, I don't know. But when you go into those neighborhoods, they are practicing Sharia law. Now, I know a lot of y'all's like, oh man, I put bold on it because this is the point, right? if Muslims could take over areas in their community, you know what I'm saying, and they're like new implants into these cities, and they have already moved in and started purchasing territory in these new cities, because these cities are not traditionally Islamic. They're moving into Western cities, basically taking over blocks and saying, in this area we run Sharia law, without the police running up on them and telling them what they can't do. How is that possible? And the point that I want to make, if it's possible in Austria, it's possible on the east side of Columbus. It's possible in the short north of Columbus. It's possible for us to run our own law. It's possible for us to run our own neighborhood. It's possible because other people are showing us that it's possible. So the thing that we have to start doing, doing is respecting or really start building our culture and then start respecting it, right? We got to show people the power of culture. And the best way to show people the power of culture is to bring small groups together and start creating shit. Start making shit, start building shit. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start developing that economic life, because remember, basically, territory, economic life, distinctive culture, language, and common, right? That's that nation, that's that city, that's that family, right? You know what I'm saying? But that culture flows up out of that, because what happens is people start respecting the culture of a group of people that are able to come together and have territory, economic life, distinctive culture, and language in common, right? In order to hold those things, the group that is using it have to have respect for it, right? So you got Muslims that respect Sharia law and respect it enough to take your life, and you got a father that was just beat up by a group of these individuals that was following his daughter around, telling her, hey, you're not dressed right to be in our neighborhood. You're not dressed right to be in our neighborhood. Hey, we got freedom. We can do whatever we want, where we want. Not here. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that we got to cut out in our neighborhood, because every last one of these stories bring me back to us, right? There's certain shit that should not be allowed. There's certain things that should not be allowed, right? You can't have a culture where everything goes. Can't have a nation where everything goes, right? There has to be boundaries. There has to be things that hold us together. If everybody could do what they want to do when they want to do it, that's not a good culture, especially not one for young people, because it's not safe. Because unfortunately, the shit we've been programmed with, the things that we want to do are usually destructive to us or to other people. So we got to be very clear on that. All right, let's move on. All right, so that's fathers hospitalized by Sharia patrol in Austria. I know y'all like, you ain't even reading that article, Brother Hatim. I'm trying to bring it back home. You know what I'm saying? This is Brother Hatim's opinion. You got an opinion, feel free to hit me up at 614-556-4535. Let's discuss. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it, right? Because I'm like, yo, all these articles for me, right, come back to my nation building. Come back to my nation maintenance, right? Come back to me trying to build a tribe. Because what good is it? I'm not reading the news so that I can actually know what's going on out there. I'm reading the news so that I could be reminded about what's going on in here. And I'm pointing at me. And I'm pointing at my house. And I'm pointing at my area. And I'm pointing at my school. Right? And I'm pointing at my business. Because the only way we're going to prosper, the only way we're going to move is when we start making things sacred. There's certain businesses that, like for example, if we all decided, because this is what's dope. If we all decided that we was only going to buy salt from Africa, we all decided we was only going to purchase shea butter from African companies, right? We was only going we're not going to fry anymore with the oils that they provide us. We're going to just buy palm oil from Africa, and we're going to all use the palm oil. Or we're going to start, like I'm drinking some of my mead, right? We was only going to buy alcohol that was produced by us, right? Or we was only going to produce, because these things are easy to produce. We was going to produce apple cider vinegar, and we only going to produce the apple cider vinegar produced by us. It's something that we have to take control of and say, hey, I won't buy that from nobody else. I don't care what their price is. Like, for example, those of you that are Godfather fans, right? I ought to offer a prize, because I like to run my mouth. I ought to offer a prize. Somebody tell me, what's the foundation business for the Corleone family? Can anybody tell me out there? Hit me up at 614-556-4535. What was the cornerstone business for the Corleone family regime? Come on now. Because everybody in that neighborhood, everybody in that little circle had to buy this stuff in order for this family to keep moving. So, hey, can learn something from everything. Let's keep it moving, all right? Now, for those out there that don't necessarily like the Chromebooks like I like, I still say, get the Chromebooks. One of my brothers told me I need to get a computer, but now, I'm like, computers, well, they're a little bit more they're pricey, you know what I'm saying, compared to a Chromebook where I could do everything on the cloud, almost everything on the cloud. There's some things I can't do, but I could cut my videos on the cloud. I could make music on the cloud. I could do my podcast on the cloud. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really operating totally on the cloud. But they say Asus VivoBook E200 HA review, right? So basically what they're saying on here is that Asus has created a computer with Windows 10 at a Chromebook price. Now we're going to read a little bit of this because I know some of y'all need computers, right? And you want to see if this one is worth getting, right? So let's go to it real quick. Alright, here's some of the benefits. Extremely affordable, good keyboard, Windows 10, Home or Pro, HDMI and USB 3.0. They got good battery life. Battery life is shorter than advertised. Moderate quality, 11.6 inch screen. Okay, I gave you the pros, here go the cons. Battery life is shorter than the advertised. Moderate quality, 11.6 inch screen, lacks performance. Alright. Do you think it's possible to get a usable, fully fledged Windows 10 laptop for under $200? My fault, £200 or $280. That's what Asus aims to deliver with its entry-level VivoBook E200 HA, which will set you back 179 pounds. We found it online as little as 160 pounds. It's available in America. When you consider that 11.6 inch Acer Chromebook R11 that we recently reviewed, we ain't gonna go through that. Let's see what this one offers. It's a small, it's 11.6 inches. Screen sitting in a chassis that measures 28.6 centimeters by 1933 centimeters. It's the kind of computer you can drop into a messenger bag or small rucksack with ease and you'll barely notice it. If you care about keeping your laptop looking good, then Vivo E200 will need some sort of sleeves. Alright, boom, boom. Chassis come on in a range of colors. We won't worry about that. Screen, largest bezels make it look a little bit lost, but neither that nor the fact that it's not touch sensitive is a big problem. The moderate 1366 by 768 resolution, 135 pixels per inch resolution is only to be expected at this price point. So you can't expect a miracle with it. But let's see how much memory you got. The display is 16 by 9 aspect ratio. Sound quality isn't that good either. Volume goes high enough, but there's very little bass on the offer. So you're going to have to augment it with, but what you expect for under $200. Keyboard is rather better, stretching across the full width of the chassis. The touchpad is relatively large. Processor is this is what I want right here. Processor is an Intel Atom Z8300 running 1.4 by or 1.84 gigahertz, supported by 2 gigabytes of RAM. The quad-core Cherry Trail processor made its debut about a year ago and is designed for entry-level, low-end Windows and Android devices. It's certainly not made for heavy-duty workloads. If you plan to restrict yourself to web browsing, video streaming, email, and document creation, editing, you should be okay. But don't expect to do too much of anything simultaneously. Alright, so now this is the piece. They're trying to compete with Chromebook, but they just the reviewers basically slamming this thing, saying that it's not gonna keep up with a Chromebook. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to open multiple screens and get a good reaction time. In fact, Vivo E200 HA is slow even at basic tasks. Files don't open particularly quickly, for example. And it took a couple of seconds for Windows File Explorer to recognize our USB stick. You might be able to live with this, but there are other ways in which the process is displayed its lack of muscle. You won't want to have too many web pages open at the same time, for example. And more complex they are, the fewer the Vivo Book E200 will be able to handle. So I'm like, oh man, I'm just gonna stick, not that I was thinking about it, but you need to go out there and just go get the Chromebook. I mean, with that's pure, as they say, that's pure fuckery. Blow that up. And alright, we had to go and blow that up. I'm gonna blow it up one more time. Alright, back to the news. Back to the news. Alright, we got some older news on here. Alright, Apple gets smacked by a $450 million ebook price fixing fine. You got these ebook companies fixing these prices of these books. Think about it. When you buy an ebook, you know what I'm saying? Why are ebooks costing as much as actually printed books? It makes no damn sense. They're bytes. Yeah, maybe I'm the only one. They're bytes, right? They're the pieces of information strung out on a computer screen. I mean, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That you should be able to transfer to as many different drives or whatever that you want. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about an actual book. Although author put work into it, the beautiful thing about a digital piece is that you could get more books out to more people because it should be cheaper. But you go in some of these ebooks is about $20. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that the author is not worth it, but I hope that the author is getting a lion's share of that. That's when I buy those books for that much, because if the book is too expensive as an ebook, I'm not getting it unless I get a special deal on it, or that I know that the author is directly benefiting from the money. Because Amazon, nor Apple, nor Google needs any more of my money. All of them getting money on a regular basis. Amazon get theirs at least once a year, and each time I get something delivered. Google get theirs every month. And who else? Amazon, Google, and Apple. I don't do nothing with Apple, so they don't get no money from me. All right, let's keep it moving. The Cosby Show actor. Why hasn't Woody Allen gotten the same treatment? Michael Jamal Warner, Bill Cosby, Woody Allen. All right, let's go and look at this article because this got kind of interesting. I got a few looks at this one. I'm trying to get y'all to start liking. When you come to Gye-Nyame Journey, come like it. Come with the like button. You know what I'm saying? Love some of this shit. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not going the right direction, I don't know unless y'all let me know, because I'm getting people listening. I'm trying to hold on, right? Cosby Show actor. Why hasn't Woody Allen gotten the same treatment? Now let's just go and peruse this just a little bit. Michael Jamal Warner thinks that that the way Bill Cosby is being treated because of his sexual assault allegation is unfair. All right, let's clarify before some of y'all start. Oh God, Michael Jamal Warner, you bastard! You know, good bastard. All right, here we go. What is going on here? Oh my God. Alright. The 45-year-old actor been taken off the air. We know why his brother's been taken off the air. He about to tell us because the show was taken off the air. It's literally taking money out of my pocket. That was his retirement fund. As long as the Cosby Show was on, he was straight. Him and all them Cosby kids, right? But all of a sudden, they took this show off, and they done messed up the black economy. I don't know how many people might have been making money off of Bill Cosby. Even Waka Flocka Flame says Bill Cosby being so Waka Flocka, if somebody by the name of Waka Flocka says that Bill Cosby being framed because he's a minority, oh God. I mean, I kind of get sick when I'm allergic to fuckery, so I start breaking out. When we start calling ourselves minority, that's fuckery, right? But I'm going to leave that alone. Anyway, he mad because it's messing up his pocket, right? So Warner said during an interview that aired Monday on a Real Talk show, so I got my own personal feelings about that because it personally affects me. But even outside of that, you just look at how the media is playing this whole thing out. I can't help but to think about Woody Allen, Roman Polanski, Stephen Collins. It's very clear, the crimes they committed, right? So, but I got a question, right? Bill Cosby is legally blind. And I've been watching the videos. Have you noticed the big black guy that's walking with him that look like he blind? Bill Cosby trying to walk with his eyes open, and you can plainly see that he's not looking at nothing and tripping and shit. But you got a big black guy who's supposed to be guiding him that's acting like he blind. So, I don't know whether Bill is trying to fool us, by putting his glasses and giving the blind man the cane and acting like he helping this guy. Come on, man. Come on, Bill. We with you, man. Don't be trying to play us for fools, man. You know what I'm saying? I could look at this picture right here. Just come to it. Go to the Malcolm Jamal Warner thing on the DC. The name of the site is the DC, and you can see that Bill Cosby is obviously not looking at anything. He can't see. I mean, it's that he got that I'm blind look on, right? But yet he got a dude walking with him, hanging on to his arm as if he blind. Now I could be wrong. Maybe that dude blind too. But I know Bill Cosby ain't seeing shit. I can look at him and see. I know that look, right? Say, brother, I tell you, you know that look. My dog had that look right before he died. He couldn't see shit, right? All right. There's no one that has been calling for Woody's movies to be pulled off the air, he continued. Roman Polanski is still celebrated. Stephen Collins' show still comes on. So it's just interesting how it's very unbalanced. They were trying to take Mr. Cosby's star off of Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I'm in no position to defend him because I can't. But nor will I throw him under the bus. So they have a copy of the interview. Let's see if we can get that on the journey. I'm going to go down here and see if we can get that. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. We might be able to get it, y'all. Hold on. You hear the sirens, I'm going to turn down my phone. All right, here we go. I'm back. So let's go down and see what our boy said here. All right, it's moving kind of slow. I might be able to get this for you. So let's see. So it's moving slow. So why it's moving slow? Oh, they switched on me. Oh, they went to a naked white girl. Wow. And I don't do porno. I'm just saying. I don't know what's going on here. From around the web. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now it's back up. I don't know what's going on here. I just like to keep it real with y'all. You know. I don't want, you know. All right. So I got Malcolm Jamal Warner. I clicked on it and it went to a naked white girl. Almost naked. She wasn't, you know. They were just, you know, how they slip ads in for other stuff. All right. Come on, Malcolm. Let me hear what you got to say, man. So it looked like it's rolling. This is from the DC. So let's see what's going on. So now, once I upgrade my machine, I'm still going to keep this one. But once I upgrade my machine, we won't be having these problems. We better go straight in, listen, and it's done, right? So it's still spinning. So we're going to move to the next article. If it pops up, it pops up. If it don't, it don't. All right. All right, hold on. So now I got another article on the timeline that's popping up, you know, because they always put up related articles. Say, Woody Allen allegations, not so fast. This is the Daily Beast. So automatically it's a conservative website. And I'm gonna go because the Beast is controlled by Glenn Beck, and Glenn Beck is in the news, so I want y'all to check that out. All right, 21 years after the first allegation that Willie abused his adopted daughter, that incident is back in the news thanks to director's ex-partner Mia Farrow and estranged son Ronan Farrow. But what does a closer examination reveal? All right. Let's read this. As anyone with access to a computer knows, Woody Allen has been pilloried of late across the internet over allegations that 21 years ago he molested the daughter he and Mia Farrow adopted in 1985. Countless people have weighed in on this, many of them without the slightest idea of what the facts are in this matter. I consider myself allergic to gossip and tabloids and go out of my way to avoid them. So when a celebrity is being devoured by the two-headed piranha of gossip and innuendo, I usually have minimal understanding of what they did. My fault. Let me give you the name of the guy who wrote this. The guy's name is Robert B. Weide. It looked like Weed, W-E-I-D-E. Lifetime achievement. Cecil B. DeMille. Let's look up some of the movies by Cecil B. DeMille. We'll do that in a minute. Maybe. I'm still waiting for this boy's thing to pop up. Computer, why don't you just die? Just die on me. Just go and give up the ghost. This is some bullshit. Look at this. I mean, this is, listen, I need y'all help on Patreon. Listen, this is shit I'm dealing with. Look, my computer, I'm about to talk about the software too. Y'all, this is the, you know, froze on me again. You know, all right. So, where he at? When I went online the morning after the Globe's broadcast, I found more than one email asking if I had seen the previous night's tweets from Mia Farrow and her son, Ronan. A quick search led me not only to the accusatory tweets, but to the explosion of internet chatter that followed in the wake. The more benevolent comments suggested Woody should rot in jail. Others were demanding his head on a pike. Last fall, Vanity Fair magazine ran an article about Mia and her family, which included an interview with a 20-year-old Malone, who at the age of 7 was at the center of Mia's allegation that made headlines during the brutal custody battle between her and Woody. In a recent interview, Malone stands by her mother's accusation. It was the 1-2 punch of the Vanity Fair piece and the Farrow tweets that stirred up the hornet's nest that had remained somewhat dormant over the past 20 years. Well, in my community, it was never dormant. My documentary covered Alan's relationship with Soon Yi Previn, Mia's adopted daughter. Wait, hold on. My documentary covered Alan's relationship with Soon Yi Previn, Mia's adopted daughter, and Woody's wife of 16 years. Time out. Alright, so now this is where the confusion is for me, right? I heard that he had married an adopted daughter, right? Mia's adopted daughter and Woody's wife. He married Mia's adopted daughter. But on here, I didn't know that. They talking about, I thought the molested child and the adopted daughter was the same, but they saying that according to others, he allegedly, well, the girl says, Malone says that he raped her, then married Soon Yi Previn, and ensuing fallout. But I chose not to go down the rabbit hole detailing the custody case. Wait, hold on. Alright, so we're going to squib, because usually the parentheses mean this information we could throw away. My documentary covered Alice's relationship with Soon Yi Previn and the ensuing fallout. But I chose not to go down the rabbit hole detailing the custody case, as my film was primarily about his work, and I had no interest in allowing it to turn into a courtroom drama. I did, however, thoroughly research the entire episode in order to reach my own conclusions about what did or didn't take place. Oh my God. Alright. So he did marry Mia Farrow's, Mia, who is his ex-wife, adopted daughter. So, and her name is Soon Yi Previn. Alright. My association with Woody is primarily a professional one, though we remained friendly since the documentary and still occasionally correspond by email via his assistant, since Woody still types on a 60-year-old manual typewriter. When I wrote him the day after the ceremony, he was vaguely aware of Mia and Ronan had badmouthed him again, but he wasn't certain that what tweeters was. He's heard of blogging and always confuses the two. Because he doesn't go online, he was blissfully unaware of how much bandwidth the story was getting. If he had known, he still wouldn't have cared. Mia accusations were old business, and the fact that Ronan was publicly chiming in meant nothing to Woody, who hadn't even seen his alleged son for 20 years. So this is alleged son. Oh my goodness. Wow. I knew Woody would never publicly respond to any of this. His indifference to this gossip has always struck me not as a decision so much as an involuntary and organic reaction. In fact, during a written exchange that day, which I mentioned, the tweet attacks, he was more focused on giving me advice about a style I had on my eyelid, that I joked was probably a brain tumor. I agree. You probably can move rather rapidly. You'll probably start to have some problems with your balance. Don't panic. It's quite natural for a brain tumor. He did counsel me not to use my remaining days fretting over Mia. Alright. Good grief. I don't want to read. Oh no, this is a long article. Let's get down to the bottom. Alright, so he's playing it off. Alright, let's go. First, the Soon Yi situation. Every time I stumble upon this topic on the internet, it seems that the people who are most outraged are also the most ignorant of the fact. Following are the top 10 misconceptions, followed by my response in italic. Soon Yi was Woody's daughter's daughter. False. Soon Yi was Woody's stepdaughter. False. Okay. Alright, I'm confused. Y'all see what they do here, right? So, alright. Soon Yi was Woody, the daughter of Mia Farrow and Andre Previn. Her full name was Soon Yi Farrow Previn. Woody and Mia were married. Oh, false. Woody and Mia had a common law marriage. False. New York State does not recognize, oh my God, even the state that do, a couple has to cohabitate for a certain number of years. Sun Yi viewed Woody as a father figure. False. Sun Yi saw Woody as her mother's boyfriend, her father figure. Do you hear this? Do y'all hear the fuckery that's going on here? This is what I call fuckery, buffoonery, white magic. You listening to this shit, right? Right? I would be murdered in the street if I pull some shit like this, right? You know what I'm saying? Alright. Oh my God, hold on. Sun Yi was underage when she and Woody started having relations. False. She was either 19 or 21. Her year of birth and career was undocumented, but believed to be either 1970 or 1972. I guess nobody out there is hearing this fuckery, right? Nobody out there is hearing this, right? Nobody, right? Nobody is bothered by this. Nobody is disgusted by the fact that, I mean, this is, I'm understanding, I heard that the beast is struggling right now. And I'm, with stuff like this, I can understand, right? So, all right. So I'm dating a woman my age. She has a daughter that is 21. That's her adopted daughter from another marriage. But I'm kicking it with the mama. I break up with the mama and I start kicking it with the daughter. I guess that's cool. Is that cool? All right. I need some help. Hit me up. 614-556-4535. Is that cool? So I'm kicking it with this girl's mama. Me and the mama is kicking it, right? We are in a relationship. We may even spawn a child, right? But this child or this girl is this woman's adopted daughter. This is her daughter for all intents and purposes. I break up with her and I immediately start kicking it with her daughter. That was, in essence, like my stepdaughter, you know, by fucking, not by marriage, but by fuckery, right? Come on now. Help me. Somebody help me out there. Am I wrong? Am I reaching? You know what I'm saying? Is it, this don't make no, all right, let's keep it going. Let's keep moving. They don't even know the girl's real age. Listen, her year of birth and career was undocumented, but believed to be either 1970 or 1972. So if her birth date was undocumented, then she could have been actually 16. They don't know, right? She could have been 15 or possibly 14. Now she almost 30 or 40 years old. So the point is, of course, I could mix up the dates now because I could fumble the dates around and make it look like she was the age that I say she was. You could do that when you got money, right? You could fuck underage people and elevate their date, especially when they don't have birth records. Come on, man. All right, I mean, Sun Yi was borderline retarded. Ha, she's smart as a whip. Has a degree from Columbia University and speaks more languages than you. That don't mean she ain't slow. We had a president that graduated from college that ain't that smart. I know a bunch of educated dummies. I know people that was just, they real smart in school, but real slow in life. All right, I'll move on. Woody was grooming Sun Yi from an early age to be his child. Hold on. To be his child bride. Oh, come on. According to the court documents and Mia's own memoir, until 1990 when Sun Yi was 18 or 20, Woody had little to do with any of the prevalent children, but had the least to do with Sun Yi. So Mia encouraged him to spend more time with her. Woody started taking her to basketball games, and the rest is tabloid history. So he hardly had his eye on her from the time she was a child. Alright, so you're kicking it with this woman. you don't have any interaction with her kids. Right? I'm just saying. I come from a different style of family. I got kids from relationships that wasn't even. I'm just confused. I'm confused. I help 614-556-4535. Is anybody out there listening that love me? Call in and help me understand this fuckery, buffoonery, and white magic. Help pull me back into reality, because what I'm reading, right? What I'm reading is, this is what you call propaganda. Because they was trying, it popped up on my timeline along with the story about from Malcolm Jamal Warner. All right, let's see what else, because he got a long article here. This is a lot of words to just say, hey, he's not fucking this young girl. He wasn't fucking her before he met her. He didn't even really know how old she was. And he never really dealt with her when she was younger. They just went to basketball games and fell in love. Woo, Lord have mercy. The things you could do when you got some bread, right? You got lawyers, you could. I got money. I just throw it at the lawyer. There's some money for you. Make it disappear. Resolve my problems. That's a couple of $100 for you. Throw it to the bankers. Throw it to the lawyers like strippers, right? So I'm done. I ain't gonna go through that no more. That's something I would not like. But I'm gonna post this on my timeline and label this as fuckery, buffoonery, white magic, right? Yeah. Probably get blocked. So I'm just put FBWM. Alright. Fuckery, buffoonery, white magic. Alright? Because they made that whole shit just disappear for this white boy. Right? Right? All these questions. Alright? Wow. All right, I don't even know if my phone line is still up. F, B, and W, M. It's the first time I ever used this. SMH. Shaking my head. Hey, great. Some bullshit. Hold on. Let's see. Somebody just text me. Nope. Nobody. Alright. I had to post that up, y'all. Y'all gonna read that article for yourself. I'm through. I'm confused. I'm about to end my show on that fuckery right there. I think not. Oh, I wanted to let you know, feds investigating Glenn Beck for threatening to stab Trump with a knife. You need to look that one up. That's kind of hilarious, right? Glenn Beck is actually threatening somebody because he don't like what they say. I mean, he made a whole career on motherfuckers not liking what he say. Somebody come along and he want to threaten the motherfucker's life. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he had to apologize after the Secret Service popped up on that ass. Right? You gotta watch what you say, Mr. Beck. Alright, let's see. Alright. How to turn your old PC into a speedy Chromebook for free. Now, I covered this before, so I'm posting it up again. You can get this same program that's froze up on me right now. Alright? You get that program. Let's go inside so I can tell you what the name of that is. I'm gonna go and get rid of Jamal. And this one. Alright, so they're taking me to the site, so be patient with me. So once again, let me remind y'all, you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. This is an Empire of Our Own, show number 4 in the Heart of a Simple production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Alright, so this article, how to turn your old PC into a speedy Chromebook. The name of the software, hold on, let's go, Cloud Ready. So, I don't think it's compatible with the computer I got. I mean, I've been reading some real good opinions on it. It's been freezing up on my computer, but I have been able to run Uber Conference on it for now. But hey, you know, like I said, I suggest give it a try. My kids are able to get on. Actually, they figured out how to get on browsers as a guest and go to YouTube. So I was actually impressed that they were looking at the YouTube videos, even though I had to come up behind them and make sure they wasn't looking up no filth, right? That's right. I'm drinking that mead, that chaga mead. I feel like an ear infection coming on or something. So I'm about to up my breathing exercise. I might have to get back out there and start. Well, I might, but I'm eventually to get back out there and start running. So let me clear this up real quick. Going down. We only got a couple more stories. Now, hold on. So here goes some related stories. This is what I'm starting to like. This is why I put it on Facebook piece, because I get I'm getting people also shared or stuff that's similar. Installation instructions for Neverware, because that's the name of the company. Turn any old slow computer into a speedy Chromebook with this free software. Neverware turns your entire laptops into a speedy Chromebook. Now mine's is speedy, but it's freezing a lot. So hey, but then like I said, you got to check and see which computers are more compatible with it. But you may be able to get an old computer and just turn it to a Chromebook. Alright, so local efforts underway to open an African American museum in Grand Rapids. Right? So we got a place that want to celebrate the history of Grand Rapids. And we know Grand Rapids got some good history. I mean, you know, most places in America got good history. So we want to kind of, you know, shine some light on what's going on in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Big ups to Grand Rapids. I got people in Grand Rapids. Alright. Public hearing planned about African American monument in Greensboro, North Carolina. This one is old, so we're going to move by it. Alright, I got Support the Journey. Music and Musing by DJ Delford Chad. He always posted some nice photos on the site. And this time he posted a beautiful picture of look like a husky, because one eye is one color, the other eye is another color. I mean, you just got, it's a nice picture. He be finding some nice pictures and post them up. Shots out to DJ Delford Chadbourne, right? He just calls himself DJ Delford Chad now, but he used to be Chadbourne, right? Sound like a secret agent, so I don't bother him. You know, he send me stuff and I just usually use it, you know. I guess he's fine. He know exactly what I need. So shots out, DJ Chad. Oh, you can follow him on the music and musing of DJ Delford Chad on Tumblr. It's DJ Delford Chad.tumblr.com. So you can follow him and you know, let him know you appreciate the post. Let him know you heard about him on Gye-Nyame Journey, so he give you some more music, right? You've been slowing up on the music lately, because I guess nobody been telling them y'all been liking the beats he give me. How South Carolina black votes saved 2016 for Hillary Clinton. Y'all need to stop that shit, all right? Just stop it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hopefully she promised y'all something. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, we know she ain't promised y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? we need to work with people that's working with us, right? You know what I'm saying? We need to hold out. We need to hold out. Let them know, hey, we need to know what you're gonna do for us. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna put you up in that office, right? We gotta have real talk with these politicians. You know what I'm saying? Because they sitting up there and blowing smoke up our ass. You know, what are you gonna bring to the areas we live? What are you gonna do to help us form the community we need? What type of breaks are you gonna provide our community for coming together so that we can end some of this stuff on our own, right? What are you going to do you apologize for all of the people, all of the black men that you locked up, black men and black women you locked up. But what are you willing to do? Right? So, it's only coming through one. I don't know why it's only coming through one speaker. Okay, I see now. Alright, still trying to figure out the equipment, y'all. Alright? So, let's move on. The culture behind hip-hop music. In today's society, when people think hip-hop, they refer to artists that are constantly being played on the radio rather than the culture behind it. This is an article to talk to y'all about hip-hop. Make sure y'all check that out. That is talentmarks.com. Talentmarks.com. That reached 10 people. Y'all interested in that? Now, I got a video on here by TJ Sotomayor, right? And he said, black people, we must boycott the movie Nina Simone starring Zoe Saldana. Right? So I'm going to look up Zoe real quick. Alright, Zoe Saldana. Okay. How's she going? Zoe Saldana in dark makeup is no way to represent Nina Simone. This is in, hold on. So Tommy is not the only one, but he the first one I heard. Right? Zoe Saldana in dark makeup is no way to represent Nina Simone on screen. And even with the makeup, she ain't as dark as Nina Simone was, because we know Nina Simone was Brother Hatim's complexion. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Last week, the trailer poster for the forthcoming Nina Simone biopic was released. And we were given our first look at Zoe Saldana playing the legendary musician. Saldana reportedly replaced the singer Mary J. Blige after the latter dropped out before shooting began. Indeed, it's been a controversial decision from the start, with Simone's daughter describing it as not the best choice. Even Nina Simone's daughter is like, hell no. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think that's okay? You know I got to repost this. Do y'all think that is okay? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because all these dark-skinned women out here, right? Check out Tommy's video. He did a real good job on this issue, right? And he's saying one of the best things that we could do, we can't decide who wins the Academy Award, but we could decide on who get our money, right? We could help change their policies by when they do bullshit movies like this. Or better yet, why don't some of us get together and do a movie and show one of their heroes is black? Let's reshoot Star Trek and make James G. Kirk black. Let's reshoot Star Wars and make Luke Skywalker black. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. You know, hey, Captain America black. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Let's start taking their shit. Let's take their heroes. George Washington black. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, we need hey, all Rome. Hell, let's do the rise and fall of Rome. All black. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, they done had movies like Gods of Egypt. One black dude in the whole goddamn movie? What? Gods of Egypt? I mean, I guess nobody been to Egypt and looked on the walls. I'm just perplexed. Somebody help me. 614-556-4535. That's that fuckery. That's that buffoonery. That's that white magic. All these dark-skinned women out here, they couldn't find one to play Nina Simone. Alright, well, I ain't even going to read the article. But I'm going to repost this shit. I want to know what y'all think about this. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's dark skin makeup. Dark skin makeup. Come on, man. So, hey, let me know what y'all think about this. You know, because this type of fuckery, because she'll be winning she'll be winning the comedy award next year, right? You know, but yeah, we so quick to just scream and accept everybody. But hey, that's y'all problem, not mine. So I got some shots of mastery on there. Then there's an article, The Rihanna Generation, How Black Immigrants Are Reshaping America. So they got Rihanna. They got that one girl in 12 Years a Slave. I don't remember her name. They got Nicki Minaj. And I don't know. That might be DJ Kool Herc. But I'm not 100% sure. But I think so. All right. Let's keep moving. All right. So, you know, I've been posting. Well, they got kids turn to meditation to stay calm. But then also, I found an article. Hold on. I found an article about, it's called Orgasmic Meditation Cult. Is orgasmic meditation a cult? This is from the Blaze, too. You know what I'm saying? I just look for. So fans say it helps women experience better, more frequent orgasms. Critics say it's overblown marketing. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? You know, should we open a orgasmic meditation clinic here? Oh my God. I'm looking for your input. 614-556-1535. I'm having too much fun to get off of this right now. All right. Let's keep it moving. Alright, so for those that don't know, Columbus, I guess, has a thriving video making market here. I'm talking about video game making market. And they advertise 5 video games made in Columbus that you can play right now. You know what I'm saying? These games, I guess they're quality games. Columbus has, you may be unaware that Columbus has an extremely active game development community. If that is the case, then I have some cool things to show you. So a lot of us don't know that Columbus is a hub for game development. You know what I'm saying? So some of our kids that's out here playing games, let's start encouraging them to start learning how to program so that they can fit into this world of gaming, because gaming is a $1 billion industry. They got why Kendrick Lamar's Untitled Unmastered succeeds in a way To Pimp a Butterfly did not. Y'all need to check that out. You know what I'm saying? He just released some new music, and people going crazy over it. All right? Alright, so have y'all heard of the new hustle? The new hustle is Apple users targeted in first known Mac ransomware campaign. So motherfuckers is locking up people's computers digitally and make you have to pay them in digital currency so they can't be traced. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no matter where we go, somebody always gonna find a way to hustle, right? Always gonna find a way to hustle. Hold your data hostage. So we got an Iranian billionaire, Babak Zanjani, sentenced to death. So basically what this article taught me is that even a billionaire can get it. Alright? You never got so much money that you can't get it. Alright, so I don't know if they got him in custody, but it ain't looking good for him. Alright, now this is some modern day buffoonery here. Whole Foods pulls pre-peeled oranges from the shelves. Had to fall silent on that one. Pre-peeled oranges. So check this out. They peel the oranges. Then they put the oranges inside plastic cartons. Think about that. Think about the buffoonery. Think about the fuckery. Think about the white magic, right? An orange comes packed. All you got to do is pull the wrapping off that motherfucker. Do you know that it's probably harder to pull off the plastic off the fucking peeled orange than it would be to pull the peel off? Help me. 614-556-4535. Am I wrong? I mean, is this modern? This shit can only happen in America. Only in America. Only in America. Niggas too lazy to peel a orange. Wow. I already talked about Glenn Beck is under investigation for joking about stabbing Donald Trump. I hope they'll take it as a joke and rough him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that he could be talking about the unfairness of police. He already think it's a conspiracy and that the federal government is out to persecute everybody. So they need to beat the hell up out of him so he can know that Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? He need to feel what it feel like to be a black life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, on to the next. I posted another video, Chinese alchemy, stuff they don't want you to know. Is a real good video series, conspiracy based. But on there they ask some pretty good questions. But this one is about Chinese alchemy. So they ask some real good questions and give you a little bit of information about Chinese alchemy and some of the stuff that may be being hid from you as far as Chinese alchemy. Because they talk about major pharmacy companies buying some of these Chinese herb factories, you know what I'm saying? Buying Chinese drug companies that specialize in herbology and stuff like that. They're not making the medicine like we're doing. They're buying companies that's deep into traditional medicine, right? And deep into Chinese alchemy. See, because the difference between Western world's alchemy and the Far Eastern world's alchemy is that the Western world talked about building wealth, turning iron or turning lead to gold and transforming shit like that, making the elixir of life or the philosopher's stone that made you wiser. But the Asians or the Eastern type of alchemy was about transforming the spirit and transforming the individual's life to where he would become an immortal. Now listen. So in the Eastern sciences, their goal was to make themselves immortal. Now, what are all these rich fuckers chasing after right now? They're looking for ways to extend their life. So now they're looking into the Chinese medicine and the Chinese alchemy to see if they possibly can find the mysterious book, supposedly, or the mysterious manuscript that they say that Lao Tzu got his immortality from, right? But I'm going to leave that alone. That's for you to watch. Alright, so MIT researchers developed thinnest solar cell ever. Modern readers. Right? MIT researchers developed the thinnest solar cell ever. I'm just wondering how much energy it's going to produce. Alright, so I also posted up an old DJ Academics video, Rich Homie Quan, about Rich Homie Quan. Bust out the newest dance he learned from Rich Gang. And, you know, I mean, his commentary is very entertaining, but he's very informative about what's going on in the rap culture. You know, not in hip-hop, just basically rap, though. You know, the rap industry. So he's really there. The information about the rap industry is something worth checking out, right? Because really what this demonstrates is how they're sliding in with this thug shit. With this whole thug shit, how they're sliding in the feminine agenda. They're just using a gun and a thug to bring it in, right? They call themselves flexible. You know what I'm saying? If y'all cool with it, hey, what can I say? Dope Tech The plan to get to Mars in 3 days explained. You got it? I got the video on here for you. All you got to do is go down the timeline. Alright? And last but not least, we got a robot dog trying to be checked by a robot, by a real dog, right? Oh, my fault. Went back. They may be sending, while robotics are raving about Google's new robot. So they may be sending robots to get your ass real soon, right? They're getting them ready. And they teaching them how to think. So in a minute, you ain't going to be able to hide from these motherfuckers. They're going to be able to reason just like you. Where is a good place that I could hide? Right behind that log. Right behind that log over there. Yeah. That log right there. We won't be seeing that human anymore. Alright, this is Brother Tim. I'd like to thank you for joining me. I want to thank DJ Kid Magic. DJ, I'm tired. For Canon Extended Version. I want to thank my brother Mr. Deity for the intro music and outro music. I want to thank all those people that have been supporting us with the Ambit piece. I want to thank all those that's been going and checking me out on Patreon. Let me post up my Patreon page real quick. You know what I'm saying? Help us, help, because this computer froze up. I can't even let y'all hear the stuff that I'm doing because they just keep freezing up on me. It's not right, homie. Alright, so I'm going to post up the Patreon on my timeline. Be like, yo, support me on Patreon. Be a patron, right? Bow. Alright, so support me on Patreon. You go to patreon.com/GNJ. Right? Check it out. You know what I'm saying? I got some prizes on there for people that support me. Help us keep the podcast going. And help us support the camp trips. Help us. Just help us build. Damn, I'm trying to feed kids every week. It's costing money, Hey, but it is what it is. All right, this is Brother Hatim saying thank you for joining the journey.